Alex, 1-0 to Norwich City. That's not a scoreline we've seen often enough this season, is it?
No, it's not. And it's not a performance we've seen often enough either. And I think, as I said in the press conference, I think yesterday, there's been a lot of discussions and different things because I think we're getting to a stage now where it needed to turn. But I thought we got the perfect response for the players. I thought they applied themselves extremely well. I sensed that sort of desperation to win a game tonight, which we had the last time we got promoted, and that's what we need to do every single week. You know what I mean? So really pleasing, and I think looking at the games, obviously Barnes was a big disappointment losing that game, but the second half performance was excellent. Here against Brentford was really good. Derby was much better. So I think we're certainly on the right track, and then we followed up again tonight. But we need to make sure we continue it.
Yeah, thinking back to all those questions you posed about your players after Saturday, they answered them all pretty much tonight, didn't they?
Yeah, and listen, the one thing is, I'm not silly. I watch the games. I know exactly what's required from them. I know exactly the pressures and the expectation on me, which is fine because it deserves to be there with these type of players at this club. And I'm completely honest with them. I don't mince my words. They know exactly what my feelings are. But I thought tonight they were excellent. They were really, really good. And if they perform that way, we'll be fine.
I think one moment that summed it all up during the second half, one of the biggest cheers of the night, was just for Yusuf Mulumbu going in for a tackle and winning it. Yeah,
and I thought Yusuf was fantastic tonight. He did well at Derby. He was unfortunate not to play Brentford, but I thought the type of team they were, that it didn't. Well, other players were better suited. And then I thought at Barnsley when he came on, he was excellent. And then tonight it was probably his best performance he's put in at Norwich. So he deserves a huge amount of credit.
And the big question in these sort of situations is always, can you keep it going, isn't it? How do you unlock that every week from your players?
Yeah, well, we've done it the last time, and I know I keep referring to that, but it's because they've shown they're capable of doing it, and that's the biggest thing. So we know we can do it, and I think that's where everybody's frustration comes from, is the fact that we know how good we can be. It's about making sure we do that regularly. But as I said, a lot has happened in the last couple of weeks in terms of everybody saying their bit, and all the players can do is really respond, and we got that response tonight, so that's great.
So over the last couple of weeks as a manager, you've changed your approach. You've been particularly not harsh, but you've delivered some home truths to the players, maybe more than you usually would.
Yeah, but to be honest, we're always truthful with each other. But I think that sort of arrogance that we maybe approached the season with, or certainly after we went on a good run, I thought we turned up and we just sort of go and beat teams. But this league's not like that. You've seen how hard we had to work tonight to win the game. And we need to do that in every game. Really, it's as simple as that. And I think hopefully the penny's dropped and the realisation for the players is there, but that's what's expected and that's what we need to do. So, it was very good.
Villa didn't have many chances tonight at all, did they? But was your heart in the mouth at the end there, the last action of the game in your penalty area?
Yeah, of course, as it always is, because I think luck hasn't been nice to me or us of late either. And I'm not blaming that for the run, because that's nothing to do with it, but it certainly helps. I think the Derby deflected goal and things like that, just sometimes when you're down there, that sort of rub of the green. Barnsley's deflected goal, the second one as well. But the fact is, we defended really well. I thought my two centre-backs were absolute monsters and pretty much won every ball.
And what about Nelson Oliveira? Do you feel you found a genuine match winner in him?
Yeah, I knew what I was getting when I signed him, and I think because he hasn't been in the team of late, up until recent weeks, I think people sort of questioned him and questioned me signing him for the money we did. But I knew what I was getting, but I was always going to take a little bit of time with him. And Cameron, to be fair to him, was in great form at the end of the start of the season. So he's had to bide his time, but it's 3-3. And in terms of his link-up, his hold-up play and his quality, this guy plays for Portugal. I mean, he's got about 20 odd caps, so he's a very good player.
And the goal he got on Saturday and the one tonight, they were completely out of nothing, weren't they? It wasn't him getting on the end of a cross. He made them for himself. Yeah,
he's that type, really. I mean, he's not. I wouldn't describe him as a poacher, although he will get in there and sort of finish moves off. But it's such a good feeling to have somebody at the top end of the pitch who can score it in nothing, and he's capable of doing it, and he's done it regularly so far.